Hello and welcome to The Catch, Redcar's fishing story past and present. I'm Carmen Marcus, author, poet, fisherman's daughter and Redcar lass. In this episode you will hear about foying, pleasure boat rides, where tourists would step up onto wooden gangways, onto boats to get a taste of the sea for themselves. Foying. Foying is pleasure boating, and it was hugely popular in Redcar from 1800 until the 1970s. Foying was part of the summer season. Fishermen built wooden gangways and loaded the boats with visitors so that they too could get a taste of the sea. It was as important to the fishermen as catching fish and provided a much-needed income to last over the hard winter months.
Redcar was a spa town, and well-to-do people used to come and live in the big houses on the front at Redcar with servants, had maids, and the whole retinue used to come. And there was bathing huts, like you can see in the south coast, and an awful lot of boats, the boats, the fishing boats used to take passengers out after they'd finished the fishing, and that's how the voyage started.
I know some of the photographs, a couple where I think Ladies Elton's one, you couldn't have got another person in the boat.
Oh no.
It must have been 25.
You're only supposed to carry 12. And the boat used to be like it was nailed down to the beach. You couldn't get it up. You didn't know whether it was going to get up the sink when it went out. My Uncle Vincent in the Remembrance, which was a 19-footer, he had 29 people in the boat, including yourself. And they had that small a piece of the boat that he was sat right in a very small triangle on the stern, and the rudder could only go that way, and they had to get him set off by kicking the propeller, and they got him started, and he went across the bell, and when he went across the bell he knocked the rudder off. They had no chance to get the rudder back off, so Philip Pickett, he had to go and put the rudder back on the boat. And they had to waffle all the people around so that the other people could get him to start it. You could see all this from the shore. But he had 29 and all these sports wrapped 12. I mean, you know, how there wasn't any disasters.
You couldn't move on that beach for pit on it. They were crammed like sardines in it. And if you set the gangways up, you used to shout, "I'm off for the motorboats, step right along the gangway." And what the catchphrase was, when I remember, someone used to shout, "Have a laugh with Mark, skip with Jim, and a crack with Jack."
That's right. Yeah.
You always remember that.
Yeah, by George. I haven't thought of that for ages. I can see about it now.
Laugh with Mark, skip with Jim, and a crack with Jack.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The Catch Redcar. It was recorded at the Redcar Palace, and you heard the voices of fishermen Jack Kenyon, Dave Phillipson, Barry Preston, Ray Preston, Rodney Thompson, Tony Young, and Paul White. If you enjoyed this episode of The Catch, listen next to the baithouses, the laughs and the chatter to discover what the other seasons held for the life of a fisherman. This series of podcasts was created as part of the Catch Redcar to celebrate the story of a fishing town through image and sound. The project is a collaboration between me, Carmen Marcus, and Kev Howard, photographer, created on behalf of the Redcar Palace and supported by Arts Council Cultural Recovery Fund.